will take a chapter 13, and chapter 13 is included in the exam. And chapter 13 is important, and you haven't reached this chapter before during your previous years of grammar. Here we are in the section of mechanics of English. How can you, now you know the grammar, now you know the parts of speech of the sentence, you know clauses, you know phrases, you know the tenses, you know everything about the grammar. But now we reach the chapter where you can write perfectly. So end marks and abbreviation and the commas always confuse us. Sometimes in your essays I find mistakes of punctuation. So if we start, do you see the PowerPoint, guys?
Yes, miss.
Okay, so the punctuation, and this is easy, and you know that periods is for telling. I am for telling. Exclamation mark is I am yelling, like wow, hey, and I am for asking a question. Period, exclamation mark, and question mark. Number one, the sentence ending marks period. Okay, a period, it tells the reader to stop. When you find a period, it is to stop the ending of the sentence, and you have to stop. You pause. Stop. Why? Because the sentence has finished and its meaning has finished, ended. So stop and think about what you wrote before moving on to the next sentence. Based on the first example in the introduction, the sentence could be written as follows. John, drive north to Lincoln Avenue and turn left at the right. Dot or a period or end mark. The period at the end of the sentence shows that John should follow the direction before proceeding to the next direction. So he has to stop before he continues. So this is a dot, the period. Although all of the following examples are imperative, okay, so here I use it in the declarative sentence. As I wrote here, I use a period at the end of a statement, declarative sentence. When I say a statement, I woke up at 9 a.m. every morning. My favorite subject is psychology. A period, okay, then an exclamation mark at the end of a comment. So a period at the end of a statement, and also period and exclamation marks at the end of the comment. Why? Here, in imperative sentence, when I want to someone to do something, or I give him a comment, okay, I have here turn left when you see the tennis courts, dot. I'm giving him a comment, or an order. It's imperative sentence. Then I say, please take me with you. It is also imperative. I ask him to do something. But why call the police and an exclamation mark? Imperative sentences sometimes end with exclamation mark when it's a strong command. Call the police, stop, no smoking, no parking, okay? These small commands end with exclamation mark. They are called strong commands. This command would be stated with great excitement or emphasis. Quickly, go! All of this end with exclamation mark. Again, a period ends. A period comes at the end of a declarative sentence. An exclamation mark comes at an exclamatory sentence. You know the exclamatory sentence like how, wow, and what about imperative sentence? Imperative sentence ends in two ways. Once with a period when it is just a comment, and the next time with an exclamation mark when it is about what? When it is a strong comment. When I give him strong comment. Question mark. The question mark indicates that a question is being asked directly in a sentence or phrase. When to use a question mark? Question mark is used at the end of direct question. How are you doing? How old are you? When would you like to come over for dinner? The question mark may also be used to indicate a single word or phrase. that is asking a question either by itself or inserted into a sentence. Here, bring me the book from the shelf. This one, okay, and when there is a question mark and I have a quotation, the question mark is inside it. Is inside it. What's a good day to meet? Question. Tuesday also can be. Do not use the question mark for indirect questions. Indirect question is when I say I asked him to do this. I wondered if he did this. Don't use question mark. How to use the question mark with quotation marks? Whether or not to put a question mark, because this is not written in your book, but I prefer that you have to know it. Whether or not to put a question mark inside or outside the closing quotation mark depends on whether that's inside the quotation mark is a question. If it is, put the question mark inside the closing quotation mark. So Susan asked, quotation mark, do you think it's realistic to finish the project by Friday? Question mark is inside the quotation. Question mark is inside the quotation. Every day a soldier may face his question. Quotation is this, I open it, is this day I die, question mark, and then I close. If the quoted material is not asking a question, put the question mark outside the question mark, the quotation mark. Didn't the boys say we have quotation mark 15 minutes for a break and not a minute more? This is what they said. What they have said is not a question. Here he said a question, so the question mark is inside the quotation. Here he didn't ask a question in the quotation. He didn't ask it. So but the sentence started with a question, so it comes after the quotation mark. Remind me, which poem contains the line, and here I the line. The line itself doesn't have a question, but remind me is the question with which poem is the question. I heard a fly buzz when I died. Here it ends after the quotation mark because the quotation, the quote doesn't have a question. So period finished, question mark finished, exclamation mark. It is used to express strong feelings or emotions. It's commonly used after interjection or exclamation. This punctuation mark is used to show emphasis. It can be used in the middle of a sentence or at the end of the sentence. This comes in the middle or at the end of the sentence. It follows interjection or an exclamation. Here, when I want to demonstrate shock or surprise or anger or raise voice, there has been a terrible accident. Oh, surprise, so shock, it is terrible accident, and it ends with exclamation mark. Surprise, oh my God. So with this, when it comes at the middle of the sentence, or a fantastic birthday gift, also anger, what is wrong with you? Exclamation mark. Stop writing on the walls. Dot. Why stop writing on the walls and with dot? Here it's a comment. But what is wrong with you? I am wondering. So what is wrong with you? Exclamation mark. Stop writing on the walls. Urgency. Watch out for the traffic signs. Exclamation mark. If you don't, you could die. Exclamation mark. The exclamation mark is used at the end of strong comment, as we have just said. When I have an imperative sentence, it ends with a dot. But when the imperative sentence is a strong comment, I end it with an exclamation mark. Shut up. Get off my bed. Go away. I don't want to talk to you. Stop. All of these end with exclamation mark. How, teacher, an imperative sentence ends with an exclamation mark? When it's a strong comment. When it is a strong comment. The exclamation mark is used at the end of interjection. Hey, come on, stop playing tricks on me. This is also a strong comment. Ouch, comment. That hurts. Exclamation mark. That hurts. I've had it with your lies. Exclamation mark. Here after an interjection. After an interjection. Okay, so this is the first part. Declarative sentence, I use what? Question, girls. Declarative sentence. I use what?
Period.
Period. Yes. In imperative sentence.
Exclamation or period.
Imperative, exclamation, or a period. Excellent, dear. When do I use exclamation and when do I use period?
A strong command, I use an exclamation. A weak one, a
Yes.
period.
Yes. When it's just an imperative, I use a period. When it's a strong command, I use an exclamation. Okay? And the exclamation mark, exclamatory sentence. Right or not? When do I use exclamation mark?
Exclamatory sentence.
Exclamatory sentence, yes. Okay. Then we go to abbreviations. Oh, and in abbreviations, we find mistakes. What happens in abbreviations? Okay. A period is used in many abbreviations, which are shortened forms of words. So when I want to say a name, okay, like when I say A.J. Jackson, A.J. Jackson, Juan P. Rodriguez, or in the titles, or like in titles like Mr. Dot, Mrs. Dot, Miss Dot, like Martin Luther King Jr. Dot at the end. Jordan Jr. the young يعني it means dot. Doctor dot. But in Miss there is no dot. So Mr., Mrs., Miss. Junior doctor. But if I write it in Miss like this, no. Times A dot M dot. P dot M dot. BC is before Christ, before years. Saturday dot. Sunday, sun S-U-N dot. Mon, M-O-N dot. Oct, month, so days and month. Nov, N-O-V, November, for November, N-O-V dot. So times AM and PM and days. Saturday, mon, sun, sat, mon, Tues, and month. Okay, Jan, Feb, and others like etc. It ends with dot. Versus, I write an essay about using technology versus using papers. Avenue is address, and street, here, like here. Shadow Avenue. Avenue, AVE, is for avenue, like a block of streets. PO Box, the mailbox. PO Box, PO Box, P dot O dot box. This is Boulevard, ends with BLVD, ends with a period. But some here, abbreviations and acronyms. I'll tell you what is an acronym now. Well, here is abbreviation AD in the year of the Lord, before midday, AM, PM after midday, etc. EG, for example, dot, okay, CV, curriculum vitae, it is the CV that you present when you want to go for a work, apply for work. Dr. Dr. dot doctor, honorable Mr. dot Mr. Mrs. Mistress, Miss, prof dot professor, senior dot junior dot avenue, department, established, figure, hours, number, versus, there is a dot here. Abbreviation, adjective, adverb, object, preposition, plural, singular. All of these are abbreviations that end with a dot. But then I have acronyms. Acronyms doesn't end with a dot. What is an acronym? I bet it's the first time you hear about acronym. Acronym is when I have 3 words or 4 words and then I take each like what? Like an NAACP. When we write NAACP, we do not end it with a period, the organization for the Association for Black People. ELT, English language teaching, ESL, English as a second language, EFL, English as foreign language, and etc. Extended school day, ASD, behavior management plan. We do not add a period, so these are acronyms. Acronyms is abbreviation of specific words for organization, or like when we see EIS, what is EIS? The Education International School, your school, EIS. I do not end it with a period. Here are the steps that's written in your book at the side. Follow the style in a style manual for using periods, commas, and abbreviations in bibliography. Martin, comma, John, comma, and Samantha. What is here? Schwartz, dot, writing with the reader in mind. Englewood, Cliff, comma, NG, okay. Princess Hall, 1989, dot, print, dot. What is that? This is a style, manual style for using periods or commas and abbreviation in bibliography in books. So here, writing with the reader in mind is the title. Okay, is the title written by Martin June and Samantha Schwartz. It is in bibliography. What is bibliography? When you have a library, and you want to assign the books, you want to, this section will be for autobiography, okay? This section will be for non-fiction. This section will be for fiction. And then under fiction, I have a section for fantasy. This section is for historical fiction. This is bibliography. Bibliography is when I want to divide the books into a library. And you have a library, you want to divide the books inside the library. This is what the form you use in dividing it. It's an art, by the way. And in college, in your university, there is you enter the College of Arts, and there is a department which is bibliography, how to divide the books and arrange them. When you go to a library, girls, it is arranged in a system, a specific system. This system is bibliography. Okay, the editing hand or tab. When an abbreviation with a period such as etc. falls at the end of a sentence, do I add two dots? So we like Washington DC, D dot C dot. No, only use one dot. So I woke up at 8 a.m. A dot M dot and dot to end the sentence. No, it is only one dot. I only use one dot at the end. However, don't omit a comma. Don't omit a comma or question mark or an exclamation point following an abbreviation. So if there is exclamation mark or question mark after the abbreviation, I add them, but I do not add two commas. So here, no, I do not add two commas, only one comma, but exclamation mark, okay, question mark is okay too. Then he says to you that there is a modern tendency is to omit the period following common abbreviations such as foot or feet and pound, okay? Said abbreviations used as postal address don't check periods like New York, Texas, Chicago, or I don't know what is CA. Some other common abbreviations that do not take periods include like miles per hour, AM or FM radio, the radio, not AM in the morning and PM at night, AM radio or an FM radio, they do not take, like the acronym, as we said, like TV, FBI, and IRS. Why? Because these are abbreviation for acronyms. Acronyms, I do not end it with a period. The last part in the lesson dictionary is definite punctuating. Some abbreviations, including the abbreviation for United States and other for British English. So whichever style you choose, use it consistently throughout your writing. So if you are following a specific way, you keep following it, because in dictionaries you may find that verses ends with S and you may find it doesn't end with S. So it is, it differs in English, like the accent is different between the American and the British. So we finished the first lesson. Okay, let's solve. Go to page 242. I will give you, because today we have a time, so I'll give you time to think of 242 before I start to ask. So start answering verse 242, please. Okay, shall we start? Shall we start?
Yes, miss.
Okay, Asma.
Yes, miss.
Yes, Asma, start sentence number 1.
I wonder whether Trailer will attend the cattle show
In
today.
page 242, dear.
Yes.
By 5 p.m. or what is wrong?
Yes, it's exercise one, number 1.
Okay, dear, read it again.
Okay. I wonder whether Trailer will attend the cattle show today.
I don't find I wonder.
Miss, we have
Yes.
this question.
Yes?
Yes.
We have this question of proofreading.
طب wait a minute, girls, maybe I wonder. I wonder, Asma? Asma?
Yes, miss.
I opened the book grade 11 instead of yours. So, okay, wait a minute. I'm writing. This is 10 and this is 11. Okay, Asma, number 1.
Yes, miss. I wonder whether Trailer will attend the cattle show today. We will put a period instead of the exclamation of the question mark
Yes, why?
because
It's not a direct question,
yes,
right? It's not a direct
yes,
question. So I wonder, when it's not a direct question, I do not add a question mark.
yes.
Okay? Sentence number 2, Bilqis. Diane. Buthayna.
Yes, miss.
Yeah.
It will be at the Reynolds farm at 9 a.m. We're gonna change the period to exclamation mark.
It will be at the Reynolds farm at 9 a.m. Where is the mistake here? I will not use exclamation, dear. I will not use an exclamation mark. There is something wrong with AM.
It's not capital.
An AM, it's abbreviation. What do I add in abbreviation? What do I add in abbreviation, dear?
We add period on S.
Yes, so A dot M dot. Do I add another dot for the end of the sentence?
No.
No. So I will only add one dot after A. Okay, number 3, Dalia.
Yes, miss.
What is the mistake in number 3?
Miss Reynolds will talk to us about her prize-winning Holstein.
Yes.
Do we
What
put
is
explanation mark?
what, dear?
Put explanation mark.
No, why? Yani, Mrs. Reynolds will talk to us about her prize-winning Holstein. Why I would add why? It is a declarative sentence. I'm telling something. There is a mistake in some of the abbreviations. Mrs. How do I end Mrs.?
Dot.
Excellent. I add dot at the end of Mrs. Darien for
Yes, miss. Cattle may have been domesticated as long ago as 6000 BC. BC, B dot C dot.
excellent, dear. Do I add another dot for ending the sentence?
Yes.
So I have 2 dots at the end of the sentence, Darien?
No.
No. Dana Wael? Durra?
Yes. Milk from Reynolds Farm meets USAID standard. First, I will change U.S.A.D.A. into
Yes, I
USAID
remove
without
all
a
the
dot.
dots in USDA.
Yes, because it's an acronym.
Excellent, dear.
And I will
No,
add
not
a period.
I end it with
Period at the end of the sentence.
excellent, dear. Fatima 6.
Yes, miss. Have you ever seen the Reynolds milking operation? It will end with a question mark.
Excellent, dear. 7, Ghada.
Yes, miss. What a huge farm it is. At the end, we will add exclamation mark and we will remove the dot.
Okay, I'll add an exclamation mark and remove the dot. Why you pick exclamation mark, ya Ghada?
Because at the first there is what, so it's an exclamation.
Yes, yes, it is showing, wow, what a huge farm it is. Excellent, Ghada. 8, Jana. Jana. Jude.
Yes, miss. I
Yes,
sure would love to be James Reynolds, Jr. After J, I should put a period, a dot.
excellent. Excellent, dear. So the period I add for junior is for junior. Do I add another period?
No.
No. Number 9, Joanna. Jana, Joanna. So Jumana. Jumana, Lena.
Yes, miss.
9.
I wonder how many people it takes to run that operation. Miss, I feel like it's correct.
It ends with what, dear?
Ah, yes, yes. So we remove the question mark and add a period.
I wonder how many people it takes to run that operation. Yes, dear. I add a dot. 10, Layan Fadl.
Yes, Miss and Mrs. Reynolds rise at 5 a.m. and sometimes do not finish their chores until 8 p.m. So we're going to put a period after Miss and Mrs. Yes. And between AM and PM.
Yes, and A dot M dot P dot M dot. Excellent, dear. Okay, we go to exercise number 2. Layan Maghrabi, number 1.
Yes. At 5 p.m. I put P dot M. Okay.
Yes, you
Then
you had what?
what?
What do you do in PM?
I put P dot M dot.
Excellent. P dot M
M dot.
dot.
And then in this,
And
and then I Dr. Wednesday P dot.
yes,
Yes. And at the end I put a period.
yes, excellent, dear. So we go to sentence number 2. See, Lujain?
I'll add a dot after doctor.
Yes.
And Miss, I don't know if we consider real U as an abbreviation.
No, Yale University, so we don't. Or U only for university? Yale U because it's like taken from a name, so no.
Miss, I don't think there's anything else because
Yes.
even the US keep it
So
this way.
continue reading of Health and Human Services. And he added a dot after department.
Yes.
So number 3, Lين Ammar.
Yes, Miss.
Number 3.
She will speak about the strategies for meeting daily nutritional requirements. Miss, is it correct?
Yes, there is nothing here. So go to number 4.
The lecture is sponsored by the Whole Grain Cereal CO of
Milwaukee. Whole Grain Cereal Co. of Milwaukee. WI. Admission is free.
I will remove the comma after Milwaukee.
Yes. Why? Because here I'm separating, so it is correct, dear.
Yes. And I will connect the admission is free with the sentence, lowercase the A, and
Yes.
yes, only Miss.
Okay, dear. Okay. So
Miss,
we now stop here. We go to the second period to start the new lesson. Okay?
Miss, what's the answer?
Yes, girls, yes.
What's the answer of the last one?
It is sponsored by the Whole Grain Cereal Co. of Milwaukee. I feel it's correct, yani there is no mistake.
So Miss 3, 4, and 5 are correct?
In 3, there is nothing. She will speak about the strategies for meeting daily nutrition requirements. There is nothing to be corrected. For the lecture is, as we said, there is 5. Admission is free. Yes, admission is free. It is correct, right or not? Wow.
Yes, I'm asking 3, 4, and 5.
Yes.
All of them, they're correct, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Miss.
Okay.